And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Guys, in today's video, as always, we are here to bring you up to date with all of the latest Rangers news from the last sort of 24 hours. And in fact, I haven't posted a video in 2 days, so we'll do a bit of a roundup from there. It just wasn't enough substance really to make a video. Yeah, so we'll go through that. I've also had every Rangers fan's worst nightmare. So let me just tell a quick story before we actually get into the news. Some of you, as I said, if you're like me, then yeah, it's super gutting. Right, so I was in Thailand and I put a laundry in so I get my clothes washed, right? And most of it was my sort of gym clothes, clothes that I wear to go work out and stuff like that. Anyway, I leave this place called Copenhagen and then fly to Bali. And I realized as I got to Bali that I left my laundry in fucking Copenhagen. And the problem is, guys, and why it's Rangers related, is because all 4 of my Rangers jerseys that I brought on this trip are all in there because I wear them to kind of work out in. And yeah, I'm gutted. I've lost all 4 of my Rangers jerseys that I brought with me. I'm trying my best to try and get something sorted. So if anyone's in Copenhagen and does me a favor, please DM me on Instagram and I'll send you the location. You can go collect my shirts for me. I'll be back there in a month to maybe collect them. So yeah, sorry, enough about that. But it was just a nightmare, guys. And I don't wish it upon any of you guys that you lose any of your Rangers jerseys. I've lost 4 of them. And if everyone knows the black one with the blue badge, I think the 4th shirt from 2 years ago, literally my favorite shirt. I wear it all the time. Yeah, absolutely gutted. So yeah, a bad start to my trip here in Bali, but it is what it is. Now, guys, enough about me. Let's get straight into the sort of Rangers news, guys. International football, there's not too much internationals going on at this moment in time. And I can't pronounce his name yet, sorry. So I don't want to do any disrespect because he's a Rangers player and I probably should be better. But Casemiro, of course, the new right back that's came in on loan from Feyenoord, has just started 1 match so far for Rangers. That was in the Malmo game. The rest of his 4 appearances so far for the club have been off the bench, including last week's win against St Johnstone. And basically, he started this week for the Netherlands under-21s in a 3-0 win over Sweden. And of course, he's hoping to be playing a lot more, but he's had a really, really good impact within that one. I think he got 2 assists or something like that. He's had a really good impact with the Netherlands under-21s. And he was speaking about his time in Scotland so far and basically said, I have been very well received by everyone in Scotland. I like the manager's style because he is very direct and honest with me and I need that. Hopefully I can keep getting minutes at Rangers and whether that will help me get back into the Feyenoord next season, who knows. So yeah, he's done very, very well, but also wants to thrive at Rangers, but also hinted at maybe that he's not going to be coming back to Rangers next season. That maybe is not his ambition at this moment in time. So we'll have to see. But he does look pretty good. But if he wants to come back, then we need to be playing him quite a lot. And a lot of Rangers fans have been crying for him to actually start now over sort of James Tavernier. Now moving on to sort of other news, guys. Niels Koeppen has been speaking out quite publicly recently with regards to our sort of transfer strategy. We spoke about it a couple of days ago in an in-depth video. Basically, him highlighting the whole thing, what Rangers' remit is for, what they've been doing this summer, what they've been trying to do. But a big twist has kind of emerged, actually, and it's with regards to Sima. Apparently, Niels Koeppen has claimed that Rangers did bid to sign Sima over the summer, and basically stated that he wanted the player to come back and actually offered Brighton more money than they paid for Oscar Cortes. I know we've not officially paid, but we do need to pay. We've got an obligation to buy him, which I think is around £4.5 million. So apparently we did offer more than that, according to Niels Koeppen, to bring Sima back, but for whatever reason, it never really worked, and we didn't get it over the line. So yeah, a bit of a twist there that a lot of Rangers fans maybe thought that Rangers didn't actually go in for Sima and just allowed him to go out. But it does seem as though actually they did submit a bid and they submitted a healthy bid as well. If it was more than £4.5 million, £6 million maybe, I don't know, 5.5, whatever it was, Rangers did offer some money to try and get the Senegalese international back. However, it wasn't the case. According to Koeppen, Rangers were committed in the pursuit, the attacker, to bring him back, and basically said the impression was that we weren't going to bat for Sima, but that was not the case. We made an effort to bring him back to Glasgow permanently with a good offer, a higher fee than the one we agreed for Oscar Cortes. We tried to convince the player and his agent, but the numbers were unrealistic, so we pushed back on it. So yeah, he spoke about that. So maybe more of a side from Sima, that he didn't want to go. Everyone's painting out Sima as the good guy, and that he really wanted to come back. But Obviously, Niels Koepen's idea on it. I don't know if it's from Brighton perspective. I don't know if it's from our wage perspective, but whatever reason, the numbers didn't add up and he couldn't make that move. So he's out in France at this moment in time. So yeah, that's that. On the Oscar situation, everybody's kind of, me included, because I was one of the guys, and I know people are going to come in for me. I was one of the guys that said that we need to sign this kid despite his injury at the start of the year. And then obviously he's got injured. He's had more setbacks again now. And now people were probably like, oh, Rangers, typical Rangers, spending £5 million on an injury dud, a guy that's constantly injured. However, Niels Koepen has basically stressed that Oscar came in with a blank injury record. No injuries, no scans, everything was perfect. He basically said, we're looking to a club at this moment in time. I'm still confident in the move to bring him here. We signed him on a 5-year deal and still believe in his potential over a longer period of time. So he's talked about actually that Oscar Cortes, despite him picking up quite a few injuries, he had 3 now, I think, and now have another setback. Fans are rightfully so getting a little bit worried because we've spent £4.5 million on him, which is a lot of money on a 5-year contract. So again, the belief in the Rangers board that he isn't an injury-prone player, he isn't a player that's going to be constantly getting injured, but we just have to wait and see with regards to that. But Niels Koepen's still very confident on the fact that, of course, that he should be back into the team, and those injury problems could be behind him. So yeah, I do think the boy has talent. I genuinely do. I'm quite judgmental on players that we sign. I'm not one of those guys that gets carried away with players we signed, and I did think he showed signs of promise, especially last year. But yeah, just need to try and get that injury crisis, get it over and done with, and hopefully then we've got a player that's going to be able to make an impact at this football club on the long term. So yeah, so a bit of a twist, guys, in terms of the Abdallah Sima thing. Hopefully that maybe puts it to bed, because I didn't know that either, that we actually did put a move in. Everyone kind of just felt that it was out of reach for us, and actually looks like Sima was one of the guys that didn't want to come back in terms of the finances. That's the way Niels Koepen is kind of portraying it. So yeah, it is what it is. I think he's a fantastic player. I think he would have been a really, really good player for our business model. But at the end of the day, you know, you can't bash the club by saying, you know, we've overpaid for players. We've had horrendous wage bills over the years, and then you can't complain at the club that we clear all those high earners off of the books and then just break our rules instantly straight away. We've got to have that wage structure. We've got to have that bracket. And yeah, you know, I do agree with the club not pushing it and going beyond their means for a player. I know Abdallah was great, but again, if we've offered 5.5 million quid and wages have been a problem, then say lo vie, you just gotta move on. So yeah, Rangers fans, what do you make of that Niels Koepen revelation? Do you have hope for Oscar Cortes to be a good player? And are you looking forward to Rangers being back this weekend? Thank God, man. I hate the international break. Although my country has now appointed Thomas Tuchel, which I'm pretty excited about. Maybe I'm going to start watching international football again. What a coup that is, by the way, for England. I know there's a lot of English fans in there, so do let me know your thoughts on Thomas Tuchel joining Rangers. Does it mean a call up for Jack Butland? Yes or no? Who knows? Anyway, guys, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.